The mystery of the abandoned island. I always thought my life would be a series of predictable routines. Work, studies, a few outings with friends. But that changed when I found the map. It was an ordinary afternoon, and I was visiting the old neighborhood bookstore. A place somewhat dusty but full of forgotten stories. Among shelves overloaded with old books, I found something I wasn't expecting. A worn wooden box. Curious, I opened it, and inside was a weathered, nearly torn map. The drawing wasn't detailed, but there was one unmistakable feature. An island marked with a red X. Immediately, my heart raced. The island seemed to be in the middle of the ocean, with no known references. It must be a joke, I thought, but the feeling that I was holding something real didn't let me rest. I decided to investigate. I researched for days, and with each search, a piece of the puzzle fell into place. It was a forgotten island, far from the world. At some point, something significant had happened there, but no one knew exactly what. Reports mentioned a lost scientific expedition, mysterious experiments, but nothing concrete. The strangest thing was, as I delved deeper into the mystery, something inside me seemed to push me to go. I needed to see that island with my own eyes. Without thinking twice, I packed a backpack with the essentials and, with the map in hand, boarded a small boat that would take me to the island. There was no time to waste. The journey was long and solitary. The sea seemed darker as we approached the island, as if it were hiding deep, ancient secrets. When we finally arrived, the cold wind and the sound of waves crashing on the rocks made the atmosphere even more unsettling. The island seemed deserted, but something strange lingered in the air. A feeling that something or someone was watching us. I decided to explore on my own. The vegetation was thick, and the ground was covered in dry leaves, as if no one had stepped there for years. I walked for hours until I found a crumbling structure, a kind of abandoned laboratory. The windows were broken, but it was still possible to see inside, filled with rusted equipment, papers scattered on the floor, and something else. Inside the lab, I found an old machine that seemed out of place, with loose wires and buttons that had never been pressed. On the wall at the back, a mural with a yellowed photo. It was a scientific team, but their faces were blurred, as if someone wanted to erase them from history. In the center of the image, a woman looked directly at the camera, her eyes exuding a mix of fear and determination. What happened there? What were they doing in those experiments? A sense of urgency began to take over me. It was as if I was on the verge of uncovering something that should never be revealed. As night approached, I realized that something else was at play. I wasn't alone on that island. Something or someone was following me. The feeling of being watched intensified with every step. I didn't know if it was fatigue, loneliness, or fear, but something was wrong. The shadows seemed denser, and the wind carried whispers I couldn't understand. In the end, the answer was right in front of me, but what I would discover in the coming days would change my life forever. I had no idea what I was about to face, but I knew that, in some way, the island had chosen me. And now, I couldn't turn back. If you were in my place, what would you do?